Scott and I took a look at a brand new action RPG game from Koei Tecmo, Square Enix, and Omega Force, a Dragon Quest Heroes tree. That
World
has some
Tree
rules.
and the World Below.
And the World Below.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very long, very awkward title.
Basically.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Really is.
And basically what this does is it fuses the Dynasty Warriors cavalcade of action combat type of experience that we played for many, many iterations with the Dragon Quest lore and all of the heroes that we've seen in that huge, very successful RPG franchise. So it turns it into kind of a button mashing, get into the combat type of experience with little bits of story that you can either whip through or opt out of.
The best part of this game, for me, the most interesting part, is the beginning of this game. I think it gets off to a good start. I think it does a pretty good job of introducing all the mechanics of these very complex Dragon Quest games. I like the voice acting in the game, and I think the writing is mostly pretty good, and I think the game does a pretty good job of introducing you to this very kind of awkward world. They, you know, they bring you in, and all of a sudden you're fighting off, feels like hundreds of monsters all at the same time, and you're unleashing these incredibly potent, very personal attacks, and the monsters are just flying all over the place. And then you meet some of the giant boss-type characters, and that's when things get a little more interesting.
And you've got to have a little patience for it, and you've got to be into the Dragon Quest kind of aesthetic and the lore and the design. But I appreciate what was accomplished here.
I'm ready to give it a score, Vic.
What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
It gets a 7.5 from me.